Good morning, family. Greetings in the precious name of Jesus. Welcome to Share the Word. Remember to subscribe and do not forget to share the Word with someone in your world today. Paul writes in Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 16. He says, "In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one." Family, friend, the shield of faith is a crucial piece of the spiritual armor of God. It represents a believer's trust in God and His promises, acting as a defense against the fiery darts or the attacks of the evil one. These attacks can manifest as doubt, fear, and temptation. And the shield of faith, like a Roman scepter, helps extinguish these fiery assaults. And this was especially helpful to protect against arrows launched against the believer. Family, Hebrews 11 and 1 says, "Now faith is the confidence in what we hope for and the assurance about what we do not see." Verse 6 stresses the importance of faith. It says, "Without faith, it is impossible to please God." Friend, Satan's attacks can sometimes cause us to doubt God. But faith prompts us to believe God. We give in to temptation when we believe what it has to offer is better than what God has promised. But faith reminds us that though fulfillment of God's promises may not be readily visible to us, God is true to His word. When Satan attempts to plague us with doubt and entice us with instant gratification, faith recognizes the deception and his tactics and quickly extinguishes the arrows. When Satan accuses us, faith chooses to believe that Jesus has redeemed us and that there is no more condemnation according to Romans 8 and 1. Friend, holding up the shield of faith involves actively remembering and relying on God's character, promises, and grace. Faith is one of the greatest gifts that God has ever given us, and it is the means by which we receive grace and come into right relationship with God. Friend, it is because that we have been justified through faith that we belong to God and have peace with Him. Faith is the doorway to hope in God. And because we have faith in God, Romans 5 and 3 says, our suffering need not phase out. In fact, we can persevere under it. The things Satan attempts us to use to discourage us can actually become tools in the hands of God. And as believers, we have this promise. 1 John 5 and 4 says, "Everyone born of God overcomes the world. And this is the victory that has overcome the world, even our faith." So faith is a protective barrier between us and the schemes of Satan. And when we believe God and take Him at His word, we remain grounded in truth. The lies of the enemy loses its power and we become overcomers. And in that way, faith is our shield.